Well, hello friends. Thanks for joining me as we discover how to make our PDFs editable in Google Docs so that you can use them in places like Google Classroom and students can work on worksheets electronically. I'm Shannon Keebler with Empower Consulting. Thanks for joining me and let's get started. So now I'm in Google Slides and I am going to come back to Google Slides in just a moment. But first I have this PDF that I would really love to make editable in a Google Drive for my Google Classroom. So this just happens to be a worksheet that I made for a presentation I did at a math conference. But now I want it to be not just a PDF, but I want to be able to put it into my Google Drive. So I'm going to use my snipping tool. And my snipping tool is down here in my toolbar. It's a pair of scissors. And when I click that, my snipping bar comes up. Now, if you don't have one on your PC, because I'm on a PC, you would search your computer. My search bar is down here on the left, just for your snipping tool. And you can see here that it comes up. Click on it. It opens up your snipping tool. If you're on a Mac, you're going to push Command-Shift-4. And that's going to give you the same crosshair cursor where you can cut out what you would like. Again, that's Command-Shift-4. And if you're on a Chromebook, you're going to choose Control-Alt. And when your cursor turns into a pointer, you will also be able to cut out what you would like. So those are the three ways you can do it. Again, I'm on a PC, so I'm going to use a snipping tool. And I'm going to push New for my snipping. And so you can see I have this crosshair plus sign as well. And that's going to let me know that I can now cut out what I would like. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out this particular document. And now I want to save it. If I don't like it, I just close it out and I try again. But I'm going to File, Save As. And I want to save this now as a document. I'm going to do mine as my CMC worksheet. I'll call it editable. And I'm going to save it to my desktop just so that I can find it easily. You can put it obviously wherever you want. So I'm going to save it there. You can see it saving as a JPEG file right here, which is just a picture file. If I do my drop down here, I can do a GIF, I can do a PNG, I can do other types of file images. I'm just going to stick with a JPEG for now. It doesn't actually matter. Now I'm going to push save. So I have saved this now as an image instead of as a PDF. I'm going to go ahead and close this out. And I'm going to go back to my Google Slides. So I have this presentation opened. And I'm going to particularly use Google Slides because I find it much more friendly and forgiving for creating workbook pages and for editing. And so when I do that, I'm going to go to the slide right now. And it says apply layout. I'm going to make it blank because I actually don't want any of the text boxes it has given me. I'm going to make it blank. Now I'm going to change my size. And so I'm going to go to File and I'm going to go to Page Setup. Right now it's for widescreen on my device, but I want a custom size. I want it to match the size of my workbook page, which is an 8.5 by 11. Now that I've changed it, I'll apply it and you can see it turns out to be the same size as my workbook page. I'm going to now in my upper left-hand toolbar, I'm going to do Slide and I'm going to change the background. And I'm purposefully changing the background and not just copying and pasting my image because as you know, when you copy and paste your image, now students click on it and it moves all over the page. So I'm going to make it a permanent part of this document. I'm going to choose my image. I know that my document is on my computer, so I'm going to browse there and find my CMC workbook page, open, and now I'm going to push done here, but notice now look at my Google slide. It looks like a Google Doc. It also is in the same size that I need. Now, could you do that in a Google Doc and not a Google slide? You probably can, but the Google slide just makes it more friendly for me. Now I'm going to make it editable. I'm going to go to Insert, Text Box. And I want now to create the size of a text box wherever I want students to be able to enter in information. So I want them to enter it right here. Now, if I click on this text box, you can see it's highlighted. I'm going to do Control C and then Control V, just my copy and paste shortcut, because I want to actually do this all the way down my page. And so I'm going to do it down here as well. But now if I click up here by this first bullet, you can see it's still there. So as kids click on the screen, they'll see where they can type their answer. You can see that here. So now this form is editable, and I can put those text boxes anywhere I want, any shape I want, as many of them as I need. So as you put this into Google Slides and you even make your snipping tool, I just like to encourage you to please keep names, branding, and copyright and permissions in mind. It's so that you don't snip out people's names and what they've already put their heart and soul into and what actually belongs to them. If you're snipping something from like a workbook page that you already have Blackline Master rights to, you already have, let's say, a teacher resource book or an assessment guide, something that you would be making copies of for your students, and you have the rights to do so, you should be okay to put it into Google Docs like this. Same would be with like an activity book or a workbook. Just make sure to check that on your own, as I am not a lawyer and I don't want anyone to get any copyright infringement issues. But from here, I would have this Google slide, I would name it, and then I could upload it to my Google Classroom and make a copy for each one of my students. I hope that helps. So that's just one way we can make our PDFs into editable documents for Google Drive so that you can upload them to Google Classroom. My name is Shannon Keebler with Empower Consulting, and I sure am glad you joined me for this really quick tutorial. I hope that it helps you to engage more in your remote distance learning. And please like, comment, share, and subscribe. That helps more teachers like you to see content like this. And if you subscribe, you'll see all the videos that I put out when I put them out.